I am an alien. I doubt you'll believe me, but it's true. I was born in a human body, but my consciousness is not from here. My parents were janitors at a nuclear bomb factory when I was conceived. I was exposed to high levels of radiation in the womb. The radioactive exposure to plutonium and uranium altered my genetics and allowed a new type of consciousness to be born on this planet. I was born on the day that has been called the last day of darkness. It was the day of the world's first global meditation, the harmonic convergence. I came to Earth for a reason, but these days, I'm having trouble knowing what that reason is. When I was small, I watched a lot of television. I saw people, but I never saw anyone like me. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be watching them. I knew that they were supposed to be watching me. I was always meant to be on the other side of the TV. I've always been alone. Ever since I was a little child, I was alone. I felt so far away from everyone around me. Maybe I created UNICULT in order to feel less lonely. Maybe partly I just wanted to be seen. I've spent a lot of time thinking about how alone I feel and how much I love to feel love. Doctors have told me I have manic depression, borderline personality disorder, autism. A doctor might say I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder if they recognized and validated trauma. If I'm not an alien, the way I am might just be a response to my traumatic upbringing. Like a tree that grows along a fence, warping, its shape determined by obstacles. I created UNICULT because I wanted to change the world. I knew that if I could inspire others to work with me, that we could create a future where no one ever felt as bad as I have felt. We could transform a world that often feels like hell into a place where love could truly be felt. Groups of people are the most powerful force on the planet, so I created one. I saw the crumbling infrastructure of religion, and I knew that faith and belief are better motivators than anything else. So I did what any alien in my position would do. I created a new religion for the humans. I'm really proud of the religion I created, but I'm not a very good cult leader in other ways that matter. I'm supposed to spend my time with my followers, but it turns out I just like to be alone. I've tried to be the person everyone wishes I was. I've been kind and caring. I've been pretty and smart. I've been dumb and efficient. I've been forgiving. I've tried to be other people. I've tried to be a reflection of other people, but I can never be anyone other than myself. I am so much myself. I shine so bright like a sun. It burns people away. They say, "Why are you like this? Nobody likes you when you're like this." But I can't help but be whatever I am. It is very lonely. I'm certain that I'm an alien. I'm certain that I'm from outer space. If past lives are real, then all of mine are on faraway planets where there is so much love you wouldn't believe it. Earth is very strange to me. I used to ask myself, is what I believe real or what? Is this an elaborate coping mechanism to deal with a painful reality? That used to bother me a lot. A lot of people thought I was crazy, so I had to ask myself if I was crazy. I realized even if I'm making all of this up, I think it's a pretty good way to live my life. No one can prove anything one way or another. So I'm free and I can do whatever I want. What I want is to make art and make the world a better place. I want to believe in a magical world. Even if there isn't any hope, I want to have hope. It makes my day-to-day better. I am an alien from outer space. I don't leave my house. I'm a shut-in mostly. The noise is too loud and the people are too dull. Lots of people like me. That's not the problem. It's true, most people think I'm weird, even when I'm trying very hard not to be. There's something stilted about the way that I speak. My vocabulary is too large. The way I talk is too proper or something. They can tell it's just an act. But they can also tell that I'm genuine and kind. They aren't wrong. The way I am in public is an act, but that's only because if I were my real self, it would scare people or overwhelm them. For instance, when I wear what I want to wear, people stop me and ask me, "Why are you dressed that way?" When I say what I want to say and I speak freely, sometimes people literally fall over. So I have to translate everything I want to say to each person's level of consciousness so I don't upset them. It's very lonely. I hate to admit it, but I've given up on making friends. I've given up on leaving the house. I've given up because it's just too lonely to have one-sided conversations all of the time. I'd rather actually be alone. I like to go online. I go online and I'm my real self. Other people put on an act and they perform online, but I'm just being my real self. I have a lot of energy, so I need to express myself in lots of ways. But lately, the internet is very angry. Everything you do is wrong to someone. No one seems to want to hear anything positive. It's just cycles of critique and criticism. There is no hope online anymore. I no longer know what my purpose is. I no longer have the energy to try and break through people's darkness. I accept many people are exactly the way they want to be. Most people do not want the world to be different. Most people are content to be miserable. It's too scary to be anything else, I guess. I don't like the unequal power dynamic, and no matter how much I tell people that we are all the same, it's too obvious that I am different. I know the power I hold, and I want others to realize that they hold the same power in their own way, but I can't force them to see it. There are so many people who I have helped. They tell me all the time. They say I saved their life or that they love me. It makes me feel good because then coming to Earth was a good idea. I'm glad that I've helped people. I try to hold on to that good feeling I get from their messages, but after a few minutes or a few hours it fades and I'm left feeling alone again. I don't mean to be ungrateful. I would feel really happy and grateful all the time if I could. As an alien, I have a mission to accomplish on this planet. I thought my mission was to change the world, but I don't really know if the world wants to change. And I thought my mission was to create community, but I've never felt like I belong, even in the groups that I've created. Despite those things, I think I accomplished my mission, at least as far as I can tell. I created the religion, and I documented it, and I even popularized it, or at least made several million people aware that it's an option even if they don't care to follow it. Even this is part of the divine plan. Am I just supposed to be a normal person now? It's simply not possible, but sometimes I wish it were. I don't even know what normal people do or if they're happy. I hope they are. When you go too far out in a spiritual sense, you can really lose your grip on reality, at least the reality that everyone else is in. If you focus on the divine enough, you move into a place beyond all duality. You see things beyond good and evil. You see that it's all divine. I'm shaped by all that is, not just the good and not just the bad. Everything just is. Everything is a result of everything else that exists alongside of it, of its past, of its future. We are literally one another. We are literally everything all at once. We are all one. I am an alien on Earth. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. I guess I'll pass the time and try to have some fun while I await further instruction.